Anyone can sell electronics. At Electronics Expo, they do more than sell products. They design, install, and support complete technology solutions. From home theaters and whole home audio to lighting, shades, automation, networking, security cameras, and premium entertainment systems. For over 22 years, they've helped thousands of homeowners experience technology at its very best. See the difference for yourself. Visit their Wayne or Paramus stores in New Jersey or shop now at electronicsexpo.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers.
Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So Graham Plattner out as far as running for the Senate in Maine. Huge implications as far as Democrats taking back the Senate. You look at the betting markets, which I probably trust more than actual polls. At this point, Kalshi, Polymarket, all have Republicans holding the House, not by a comfortable margin, but a pretty decent one. Kalshi has Republicans holding the Senate by a 60% margin. In other words, like if you bet on, and you can do this, by the way, which is just bizarre to me, but fine. You want to bet on Republicans holding the Senate in that majority. Well, if you were to bet, how do I do this? If they have a 60% chance of winning, if you bet $60 on it, you get 40 back. Okay? So they are the favorites now at this point. And that used to be about 51%. Now it's 60. So it keeps going up. Same thing with Polymarket, not quite the same number. The House, however, has Democrats winning that back at 80%. So in other words, you bet $80, you get 20 back. Not the best investment, but that's where they see it at this point. And only because, not because Democrats are beloved, only because that Democrats only need to take back 4 seats, which ain't a lot. Look at the precedent. Usually the average of the party that's out of power is around 19, 20 seats in these sort of situations. So Democrats probably will, even they don't have to have a great night. Not even a good night. Okay night. Take 5 seats, and then Hakeem Jeffries, yes, Hakeem Jeffries, will be your House Speaker. And that will lead to impeachment, obviously, of President Trump. And you say, oh, no, impeachment. Is he gone? No, of course not. The way impeachment works is that, okay, in the House, a majority could say, we impeach Donald Trump. And if Democrats have the House and they have the majority, then every Democrat will vote to impeach Trump. Over what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You don't even need a reason. Just do it. Now, the problem is that you need 2/3 of the Senate, which probably will be controlled by Republicans. And even not, though, you still need 2/3. 67 senators to say that Trump should be removed. That is the big point. Not going to happen. In no circumstance is that going to happen. So the impeachment will happen. We're going to have ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MS Now, New York Times, Washington Post, New York Daily News, all going nuts over this. It will be the Seinfeld of impeachments once again, a show about nothing. Sound and fury signifying nothing. Ooh, Trump's impeached for a 3rd time. Great. Is he out? No. By the way, his poll numbers will go up. Democrats will look petulant and immature, as they have been for many, many years, when it comes to anything regarding Trump, because it's all emotional. They will do nothing in terms of making the lives of their voters better, their constituents. Yay, we impeached Trump again. Good for you. Is he out? No. Are his poll numbers going up? Yes. That is the scenario that we're dealing with at this point if Democrats take back the House. Meanwhile, Chuck Todd, I really have to listen. I really have to talk about this because Todd, he replaced us, in essence. David Gregory was there for a little bit, but Tim Russert, I read his book, Big Russ. I always admired him as a journalist because I always felt that Meet the Press, when he was there in the 90s and into the 2000s before he, had this unfortunate sudden death. I believe he had a heart attack. He was good. He was the type of person that wanted me, or at least inspired me to get into journalism. because I always felt like, okay, he held Republicans, Democrats, didn't matter, to the same account. And he always called out the hypocrisy without the condescension that comes with so many journalists that we see today, like making themselves the story. All he did was, okay, you said this back during this time. Now you changed your position to this. He would play the soundbite of their original position on something and say, what changed? That's it. Not with attitude, not with snark. As a journalist, you said this, now you say this. Explain why you changed your position. That's it. That was Meet the Press during Tim Russert. And I always admired that. And I'm sorry that he died so suddenly. My daughter's a big Bills fan. He was a huge Buffalo Bills fan. And I wish we had more Tim Russerts today. I think Brett Baer does that at Fox News. I think Shannon Breen is excellent at that at Fox News. I'm not saying that because I work for Fox. I just know what I see. But it's few and far between as far as the way people interview those who are Democrat, Republican, holding all those in power to the same account. And we certainly don't see it on CNN or MSNBC. And now Chuck Todd, who is now unemployed. This guy had 2 shows. He had a show on MSNBC, 5 o'clock every day. And then he was the moderator, basically took over for Tim Russert at Meet the Press. And now he's been reduced, like Jim Acosta, like Don Lemon, like Terry Moran, like Katie Couric, like Joy Reid, like all these people that were paid 7 friggin' figures to have shows on cable news or broadcast are now all doing these podcasts from their homes, and they have taken off the mask and then some. The whole bodysuit, let's face it. Here's Chuck Todd going off on President Trump because Trump is a patriotic guy. I mean, you could criticize Trump till the cows come home on XYZ. You don't like the Iran war, fine. You don't like the tariffs, fine. Whatever. But you can't question his patriotism. Why else, after all these, the lawfare, the weaponization of the justice system, the fact that he has a lot of money, and could have a very, very good life, that he ran again, despite every headwind against him, because the guy loves the country. I firmly believe that. It's not about enriching himself. It's not about ego. I firmly believe that he thinks that he is in the best position as a candidate, as somebody who knows how to work a crowd, how to raise money, and more importantly, have a message that resonates with people around common sense. That's why he ran for president the first time, the second time, and the third time.